Hi, and welcome to Silly Girl Trips, and thank you for joining me as I journey through the trips of my life. And so today, as you saw, I did the run, or I did the walk. People, you could have ran or you could have walked. So I walked. Me and my kids today, we walked for the Never Forgetting 9/11. They have traveled to 35 states, and Utah makes it their 36th state. And they have, like, as you saw in the videos, it's like a traveling trailer. Excuse me. I call it like a trailer museum. As it has artifacts, like things from that, from the 9/11, from the the tower, right? And then they had all these flags out there too, and each flag was representative of a firefighter that lost their life. And it told a little story, like who they were, their age, and just like a little, story of what they do. So that was really nice, and my children got to, you know, I think really connect, or it really like hit home when they read those, because they realized like the importance of what each flag represented. Also, there was an exhibit after, and we went to that as well. And so the exhibit, the guy that, the conductor, which is a firefighter too, all of them were firefighters. I learned a lot today, about the 9/11, and what each person did, like even from the air. There was a lady, she was the one that was able to somehow get a message to, down here, that of the seats of the passengers, or the people that hijacked it. And so they were able to, figure out who they were, by that information. There was also a third plane that went down, and that was because citizens knew that they were going to, they were trying to crash into, and kill lots of people. And so instead, the last thing they heard, like on the recording, was one of the men saying, one of the fathers, left behind his kids. He was like, let's go, or let's do this. And, they beat that guy to death, and none of them knew how to fly a plane. So that one, it crashed and they all died. It was really, really sad. But I was glad to be part of it. I was confused on what the fundraiser, what they fundraise for. But it turns out what they do is they support all the widows and the children of these firefighters, cops, and I believe even citizens and the passengers that were in the airplane that sacrificed their lives. And also I think it was like over 200, or a little bit over 200 firefighters that survived that. And a lot of them now, or a lot of these people now, are going through a lot of medical health, problems, given mental, going through something like that. But they are also, a lot of them dying cancer, from the smoke. They're having lung issues. Like, they got bad health problems, their whole bodies, their bones. So it was really sad, and it was also like very educational, informative. And it was really neat. I've never been to New York, and so I it was a good thing for me and my kids to do, to be part of that and to give back and to help, people. It's definitely takes away from your own problems, for my own problems. And so I feel really good about that. And the reason why I wanted to do that was because I did work for a company, Discover Card. I am not sponsored, but they're a really great company. I no longer work for them, but I worked for them during the 9/11. We came in, we literally were watching what everybody else saw it on the news. The planes crashing into the buildings, and it was just like, what? And at the time, Discover Card was partnered with Merrill Lynch. I don't believe they are anymore, but at that time they were. And so Merrill Lynch, the company, and our workers were in the high tower building when it went down. So we went from doing customer service for credit card company, for the credit cards, to definitely taking a different role during that time. And that was, we became the hub where everybody from New York was calling to find out where their families were, in that building. And it was really sad. We had to give numbers, transfer them, and then also add names to lists, or look for names in lists. So I was able to be part of that, and I was proud of that. I know everybody talks so much, about America, but I wouldn't want to be anywhere else but in America. And so I want to make it as safe as possible. And the thought of, our country becoming like every other country, with bombings and or whatever, that really scares me, not just for, but the future of my children, my children's children, and so on, so does anybody else. And so it's really good to be able to do something good and to help out these people, because their family members had sacrificed the ultimate sacrifice, and that was their life to save hundreds of people. There was a father of 5. He didn't have to go into there, but he put on his gear, ran through one of the tunnels to get to there, and he saved over 100 something people, and he died in there. So selfless people, like angels, to be able to do something like that. And they don't even know these people, they're such heroes, and I couldn't, I applaud them, And so I also wanted to take time to if we could just honor them by us here with Silly Girl Trips and, my Positive Size Walking Exercise Club. I would like to take a moment to do like a silence moment to, pay respects. And so I wanted to do that. And if you want to join me, join me. And so let us begin. Thank you so much for that. I am so humbled. Today I feel so humbled. I connected and I saw how the sacrifices of people and the most important things that they do is for other families and for their own families. I am so grateful, grateful, grateful for everything that I have. And for everybody that's in my life, my life is nowhere near perfect, man. You have no idea, but I am so grateful that I'm still here watching my kids grow, being with my parents. I'm grateful that they're still here with me. And so for this weekend, especially with Memorial Day weekend, I'm going to go visit my brother. He's at the memorial, his grave. We're all going to go. It's given, but and other family members and loved ones as well. But I guess the message I want to leave, or the coping skill for this week, or for anything that you're going through, no matter how heavy it is, just know that this too will pass, and just to be grateful. It sounds kind of crazy, but if you sit there and just start counting all the things that you're grateful for, grateful for our freedom, grateful that I'm a girl, those countries, I watched those are so sad. She, in the Middle East, they threw a girl in jail or prison because she drove a car. I am so grateful I don't live in a country that I don't, that would happen to me for driving a car. And I do everything, the kids, work, groceries, everything. The husband just sits there and then he goes away to work. But everything else is still me, and the dogs, the cats, everything, it gets so overwhelming, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I have my children, these dogs, and be able to drive, and that they drive me crazy every day. Even my husband, I'm grateful for his ass. Oh, he drives me nuts, man. And I, in return, spin his world upside down too, but he's mine and I'm his. And I'm grateful for that. And I'm grateful for my children, my children's children, my parents, my siblings, my nieces, my nephews, my aunties, my uncles, both alive and dead. And I want to do a shout out to my uncle Peala. I love you very much, my uncle, and whatever God's, decision is, I want you to know that I'm so grateful for you. And I love you very, 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 very much, my uncle. My uncle, I lived with him in Park Village because I was bad in Oceanside. Who does that? Who gets so bad that they get sent to somewhere like that? Which at the time was even worse. But I was grateful I survived through that because it built my characters, built the person that I am today. And I'm grateful for that person because I am me, and I'm a good person. I know I'm a good person. And I love you all. And thank you again for watching. I know, really touchy today, right? But, and plus, I hate Memorial Day weekend. I miss my brother the most on those days, like this weekend. That brother of mine, because he be drunk, waking us up on Monday, talking about barbecuing, or he'll say we wake up to him making a ruckus outside and he's barbecuing. And you can tell when he's getting drunk and drunker as he's hiding his mix from my father. But, because the chicken gets raw, becomes more and more, like the food, and we'd be like, what the? And then we have to kick him off the grill. By then he's drunk, dancing, singing. And I surely do miss that. But I guess I'm grateful for those memories. I'm so grateful for that I even got to know such a wonderful person. I'm grateful for all that. So I love you all. Have a wonderful Sabbath and, Monday, Memorial Day weekend. We'll see if I do another video. Well, my heart's kind of heavy right now, but it's okay. I'm grateful for God, and I'm grateful for my heart. It could be worse. I could be like Dad, or have like major heart problems. Okay, I'm gonna just keep talking. Cut it out. Well, I love you all, and have a wonderful, wonderful, happy Memorial. It's, I guess, not happy Memorial. Yeah, because you get to still be with your family, and you get to remember your loved ones. So thank you again, and have a wonderful, 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 wonderful life. God bless each and every one of you. God bless me and my family and my loved ones. And have a wonderful day. Good night. Deuces, I'm out.